Well, the fire at the Charlotte Maxeke Academic Hospital shocked many. Some reports suggest there were no working fire hydrants at the hospital and that there was a general lack of maintenance. Firefighters took 2 days to extinguish the blaze and patients were evacuated from it. They're now receiving care in other hospitals. Gauteng Premier David Makhura announced on Saturday that the hospital would be closed for 7 days. But how realistic is this time frame? Masego Rahlaga is there to find out for us. Masego, is it a realistic time frame?
Well, Jane, at the moment, I think all we can do is listen to what the authorities say in terms of that 7 days. But if I had to say anything myself, looking at the fact that this fire lasted an entire day, it was burning first on Friday. They thought they extinguished the blaze. And then a few moments later, hours later, it started burning again in the evening. And it was only put off the following day. And what we heard from the firefighters was that they couldn't gain entry, not only because the fire hydrants they could not access the fire hydrants, but because one of the floors had actually collapsed. So I don't know if 7 days will be sufficient. But Jane, I want to show you just behind me. And this speaks nothing of what the reality has been here, Jane. Every now and then we see quite a lot of patients, a lot of cars, some of them using taxis, trying to come to the hospital. It seems the news about the hospital being closed for 7 days didn't really reach people. Some of them said that they did see that the hospital was on fire, but because they have chronic illnesses, some of them were here for cancer treatment. They thought that they'd be able to be assisted today because they thought that there would be some part of the hospital that would be open. But I'm going to speak to one of the patients who came here today. He was here to operate his arm. Sir, I just want to find out from you. Were you not informed about the 7-day closure? Did you not know that the hospital experienced a fire over the weekend?
Nothing at all. I wasn't informed about it, nor did I get an SMS about anything. I'd only found out when I'd got to the gate that the hospital's closed and not operating. And further on, I also was notified that all the patients were removed from the hospital. It was a surprise to me.
So tell me, you were supposed to come for an operation today, a very important one, I assume. Now what are you going to do? Are they telling you to go to other hospitals such as Bara?
Well, I was spoken to by the security guard, and obviously she can't give me sufficient information as to where to go and what to do based on my situation, because I've broken my hand, 2 metacarpals at the base of my wrist. So it's a pretty important operation, and if it doesn't take place, it will hinder my future function of my hand as well. So I am worried about what the situation will be.
And I'm pretty sure, like other patients, you're feeling very inconvenienced. I mean, you use money to come to the hospital from wherever you are.
Definitely. I mean, I traveled from Midrand to get here, and my situation had occurred in Newtown, so obviously this is the hospital that's treating me, and I think it has a good reputation at that, so I trusted that I'd be taken care of, but I don't know.
Thank you very much, sir, and good luck. I'm hoping that you'd be able to go. You know that the Steve Biko Hospital is open to receive patients from Charlotte Maxeke. If you're in Midrand, I think you can probably try one of those. Thank you for your time and good luck. Well, Jane, he's not the only patient. Earlier on, I saw a sad situation of 2 pregnant women holding huge travel bags. They had just come off a taxi and they were booked for a C-section at the hospital at 7 o'clock this morning. They arrived here and they were told that they needed to go to one of the other hospitals. Of course, if you're heavily pregnant and you're using a taxi coming from areas such as Soweto or Mamelodi, it's quite an inconvenience for some of these patients. But of course, it seems the news has not really filtered through the community.
And the pain and agony not over yet, Masego. Thank you very much for that.